let's jump into this interface and show you how much better it actually is than the old one. Insta360 got rid of that old LED type menu screen. They brought over the touch screen from the Insta360 One R and made huge improvements all around. When you first turn it on, you'll notice that it's nice, clear, bright, easy to see. It's touch sensitive, so you can tap features or slide all over the place. And that's how you get to different screens, different sections of the interface. After being on for a couple of seconds, the options disappear. You do have to tap the screen again so that you can pull the options up so that you can get to your settings. Once you have it on and you're in 360 mode, you'll notice you can then use your finger to slide the monitor around and see 360 degrees on the viewfinder on the camera. Although that function is pretty awesome the first time you turn the camera on, it is a little gimmicky and you're going to find yourself not using it when you're out snowboarding or doing whatever action it is that you want to do. In 360 mode, you'll just be pointing the camera and getting everything and then worrying about refocusing and pointing that camera after the fact in the app. So although it is just a gimmick to be able to do that, it's still a fun gimmick. At the very top of the main screen in display, you will see the battery icon, and to the right of that, you will see the SD card and how many hours you have left to film. That number will change depending on if you're in 360 mode or what I like to think of as Insta360's answer to the GoPro Max's Hero mode. Now right under that, you'll notice a 360 icon, and to switch modes, all you have to do is tap that 360 icon and it will flip you from being in 360 mode into a single lens mode. Right of that 360 icon or 150 icon is a flip screen icon. By tapping that, you're able to choose which lens you're actually looking through. At the bottom of the screen, you will see an icon of a camera, a video camera, or a camera with lines in it. These are your still picture, video, or custom mode. You will find options such as standard, HDR, burst, interval, and night shots, all in regular photo mode. In video mode, you will find standard, HDR, time-lapse, time shift, and bullet time. In standard 360 mode, you can film in 5.7K, in 24, 25, or 30 frames per second. To get higher frame rates so that you can slow your footage down, you have to switch to 4K or 3K, which will then let you do 50 or 100 frames per second. Now keep in mind that if you are free framing and pushing out flat content, 5.7K will only push out at 1080 once rendered, and 4K and 3K will obviously drop even lower than the standard 1080 render. Another way to quickly switch camera modes is to just swipe up from the bottom of the main screen, then just swipe through the modes, and from there you can modify your camera or video settings as before. If you swipe over from the left, you can watch back what you've just filmed, and if it's a 360 video, you can actually turn the camera view on the screen on playback. If you tap the 4 boxes on the bottom, you can view 4 files at a time and flip up and down to scroll through all your files faster. And of course, on the left is a little trash can, which should be pretty self-explanatory. To get back to the main camera mode, just swipe from the right. Now, if you continue to swipe from the right, you will eventually find all your camera settings: auto, manual, white balance, and more. In this part of the camera, you can set your color from standard to log or vivid, depending on what works better for your workflow. Now back at the main screen, we can now swipe down from the top to find all our other function type settings. Here we'll find the screen brightness, the lock screen, turning your LED light on and off, as well as quick capture, little rocket. Those last two I actually leave to on so that I know if I'm recording or not, and if I quickly need to record in the last setting I was using, I can just tap the start stop button, turns the camera on, and starts recording instantly. If you swipe to the right again, you get another page of options. Here you can connect your AirPods for audio playback. The built-in audio is not very loud, and I still can't find a way to actually turn it up, so it's a nice option to have that. You'll also find wind reduction and 360 directional focus, as well as voice control. I leave that off. And your basic camera settings ranging from general, Bluetooth, screen auto, sleep. I changed that to 3 minutes. It's defaulted at 1. Voice control, where you can decide on what language it wants to hear, if you decide to use it at all. SD card, you can actually reformat the card right there in the camera. Your video encoding for the 360 and Steadicam, giving you the option of H.264 or H.265, and of course, your camera info. And when you're all done, swipe from the bottom up to return back to the main camera screen. Whew, that was information overload. If you are new to my channel, my name is Sean Oz. This is the World of Oz, where I like to do things with 360 cameras, drones, action cameras, all over the Rocky Mountains. And a lot of the times, I like to share with you how I do it. If you've made it this far to support the channel, you can buy some merchandise. I make custom art, my own drawings on t-shirts, as well as a lot of other items, and the link is in the description below.